In Hebrew, the sounds made by the letters B and V are pretty much interchangeable. So the words blog and vlog should therefore be also interchangeable. So right now, I'm blogging! So when I first started this blog, I was really careful about my identity. I didn't use my first name at all. I didn't tell anybody how old I was. I didn't tell you where I lived, anything like that. And that was just about 5 years ago. I've had this blog for 5 years, which shows you how much I've done with my life. Here I am, 21 and a half, and doing my first vlog ever. Gonna take my glasses off because they're reflecting in the screen a lot. So yeah, this is my face and my name, which you probably already knew because I'm having tea while I'm doing this for aesthetic purposes. I actually had tea already earlier this evening because I was going to film this earlier, and then I got interrupted and the tea got cold, so I drank it. So I made more tea, different tea. It's later in the evening now because I never get things done when I think I'm going to get them done. Anyway, earlier it was lemon ginger tea, which is like my favorite. Now it's Twining's decaf green tea because it's nighttime and caffeine and I don't do well at night. So anyway, that's what this is. It's for aesthetic purposes, but I'm also gonna drink it. I said that already, I think. So you might be wondering, what's the purpose of the vlog? Is it just so that you can all watch me stare into a camera and ramble for 5-10 minutes? I mean, it's not a camera, it's my phone, full disclosure. Or am I possibly here to tell you that a single rich medical student moved in down the road and my mother is freaking out because he's going to marry one of her single daughters? No, not happening. Actually, I'm here today because I have some really exciting news. Not getting married. Why is that always everybody's first guess? No, the big news has to do with my favorite author of all time, who did not just move in down the street, but that would be awesome. But she couldn't do that because she's dead. Yeah, Jane Austen. Jane Austen is my favorite author in the whole wide world. Jane Austen for president, 2016. Exercise your constitutional right and vote. I'm really excited to announce that on October 20th, 2016, my best friend Melody and I are going to be traveling to Washington, D.C. for the Jane Austen Society of North America's annual general meeting. It's a conference by Janeites, for Janeites. We're going, and we're vlogging about it. See, Jane Austen is what brought Melody and me together in the first place. She had actually started a blog about Jane Austen books and movie adaptations and all in January of 2011. And I started blogging in October of 2011. And I came across her blog through like clicking links from other people's. Left a comment, started following. She came over to my blog, became my first follower, left me a comment. And it kind of went, well, I'm going to say it went uphill from there in like a good way. And now we're best friends and have been for 5 years. If you've been reading my blog for any length of time, you probably already know who Melody is, but just in case, link in the description. She's, my favorite person in the world. But yeah, so that's how we met. And, it was Jane Austen who really brought us together in the first place because, there's a little bit more detail to, and the rest is history. I had actually decided about 2 months into writing my blog that I was going to host a blog party to celebrate Jane Austen's birthday in December, and that I couldn't possibly pull off something like that all by myself, which in retrospect was kind of smart. So I contacted Melody to ask her for help. Like, I emailed her. And since then, I'm going to say there have been a few days that have gone by where we haven't emailed each other at least once. Actually, those are more frequent now than they used to be. But we text each other or call, or, we have all kinds of methods of communication, trust me. Haven't done carrier pigeon yet, but, if we had any, we probably would, although I wouldn't go near them because I don't like birds. She does. She'd be cool with it. So if we ever get carrier pigeons, like, she can do the pigeon part. Fast forward 5 years, we're best friends despite living 2,500 miles apart. We've read we've read definitely every single book that Jane Austen ever wrote. Not quite all of the novellas and unfinished juvenilia, but we will get to that. Seen most of the movie adaptations, and we're both full-fledged members of the Jane Austen Society of North America, and now we're going to the Janeite equivalent of Comic-Con, except it's way better than Comic-Con. Apologies if you're into Comic-Con. And I'm not taking this as an opportunity to tell you guys exactly where I live, but by now you've probably figured out I live somewhere on the East Coast. Washington, D.C., which is where the AGM is being held this year, is within 2 hours driving distance of my house, and my grandmother actually lives pretty close by, so she has very kindly offered to accommodate us while we are at the conference, so we will be staying with her. Melody is flying in on Tuesday, October 18th, and we will depart for the AGM on Thursday, October 20th. I almost said November, but it is still October, despite the fact that it kind of felt like November today. And we are really excited. And of course, we will be vlogging about it. I've only said that like 2 or 3 times already. So you can consider this the first, or the first and a half, since Melody filmed hers first, in a vlog series entitled The Janeite Adventurers, because we're cheesy like that. And you can check out the link in the description below to both of our vlogs. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's what everybody says at the end of videos, and that's just, you know, not something I ever thought I'd be saying. And yes, I stole that from Melody's script because we shared your scripts for these with each other because we're dorks like that. And so the next time I do this, she'll be here, like right here in this room. This is my bedroom in my house. And yeah, so 3 more days. Yeah, I filmed this at the last minute. What else did you expect?